I met a gypsy.
Now, man, you really got my wheels spinning here.
Yeah.
Because we have this teams, promoters, rule maker, AMA people working together for the first time. I forgot about this one. So Kenny Roxon goes on this bike testing tour a year ago.
Oh, the best.
It was the best.
Yeah, that
right?
article you wrote was so good.
I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Why can't we have this? Why can't we have October 1st to October 14th? They have 2 weeks to do whatever the hell you want. Why can't we start setting up rules like that? This is when free agency begins and ends. Why do the riders sign in March? Why do they do that?
I don't know.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
I think the reason is because it's like it's easier to understand the budget. Okay, we gave the $1.5 million. That's earmarked. Now we got 2 more months to figure out this, and then 2 more months to figure out this, and then by September we got it all situated.
The chips have all fallen in place.
Yeah, I think it's a convenience. But man, wouldn't that be fun?
It would be so sick if they could do that. And apparently, I saw the social clip of Sexton saying he rode other bikes.
He actually did say that. I know. He said that on Cian Cirillo's pod.
So dope.
Yeah.
He said that.
You don't want me to mention Cian Cirillo's pod because that's competition,
No, it's
right?
competition.
You hate that,
Fuck that guy.
He actually said, and I'm like, again, I guess he didn't get in trouble. But, imagine if they did it in public.
Oh.
I'm picturing like Jason Anderson's helicoptering in to the KTM track or something. He's going to ride it today.
That is a crazy well-kept secret because I didn't hear about that at all.
Sexton.
Yeah, riding other bikes. I mean,
not before he signed.
No, I know that he signed.
Yes, I did not know that he rode it back then. I kind of knew. I think he had
ago.
ridden it like after Outdoors this year.
Yeah,
but that was 6 months or whatever after he had signed. But that long ago?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that he would have rode the bike.
No, me neither.
Wouldn't have thought
I was shocked. That is a huge risk.
Yeah, like a possibility.
Yeah.
That he could have done it. But I think, when did you know that Chase signed versus when was it announced? Did you know early?
You know what's funny? It's kind of the opposite. That word got out in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Exactly. But I did talk to some people that were like, no, that's not actually the case. But I wonder if that was just semantics of like, from a legal standpoint, we are not allowed to sign.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're not gonna.
Yeah.
But I was actually told, like, someone pretty close that was like, no, we have offers and we have some ideas of what we want to do, but we have not signed. And this is well after that in the summertime of 22 when we already thought he was leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
But that could be like from a legal, he hasn't signed a contract yet.
Yeah.
There probably are dates built in.
Yeah, right. So it's
right
like
of first refusal time.
Yeah.
So it's probably both. Maybe his mind was made up.
Yeah.
But he technically had not signed.
Yeah.
It was shocking how early
it was
this rumor
done
got out.
So long ago.
Because what blew my mind in that.
Done, like you're saying.
Well, yeah. Or for all intents and purposes,
and what's crazy
it was
is
done.
like he won the championship and still, see ya.
Yeah, well, I think by then it probably was.
It was signed.
Yeah. But by Outdoors, I'm like, he is giving Eli Tomac all he can handle and also wanting to move on at the same time. Like, that seems crazy.
Yeah.
At least even Supercross this year, as you said, he did crash a lot. He could be like, I did win the title in spite of this bike.
Yeah.
But Outdoors last year, how much more could you ask for? And also, it was like the Cooper Webb I Hate This Bike tour of 2022. And I'm like, what? You're beating Eli Tomac on this, and Cooper Webb hates this. Yeah. And you're like, get me on that thing. That was so weird to me. And to do it that early, we know in racing, in a 2-year span. I mean, Yamaha went from a 450 no one wanted to the 450 everyone wants.
The best 450.
So I'm like, you're placing a bet 2 years in advance? That would seem crazy to me.
Yeah. I think the thing that no one said in the whole Chase Sexton thing is that he did not want to be around the Lawrence brothers.
It has to have been part of it.
That's it.
It
bro.
has to. It has to. Because why would you predict the bike 2 years in advance?
But you just go, okay, Hunter's coming up. Jet's a fucking freak.
Yeah.
And you've already been around the Jet. Like, you've been around the truck. Like, the dude's riding scooters. It's like being stuck in detention with a fucking ADD kid that's like throwing footballs and skateboarding in the hallways, and Sexton's sitting there like, I'm just trying to do my time, bro.
Yes.
You know? Yep. So it's like, imagine the vision that Sexton would have had for years. And so he's been with Jet on Geico.
Yep.
Then he's been with Jet on Honda. Then he had to race him, and he lost 22-0.
Yeah.
So
but he had already made his mind up before that.
For sure.
Yeah. So you're saying it's more of just the
He's
atmosphere.
just going like, fuck this. I'm out. Like, I'm out. And I would hazard a guess to say that's one of the main reasons Levi Kitchen left Pro Circuit. Because he's just going, left for Pro Circuit.
Yeah.
He's just going, when is a rider left Star? With the contract on the table, ready to stay at the new PC, essentially.
Yeah. It doesn't
And
happen.
then he's just going, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Can't be because of the bike.
No.
Like, it has to be, you know what? I just don't want to be around this fucking kid.
Yeah.
And
Because I got to
think
beat him.
that's what Sexton did with Jet. It was like, you know what? Jet ain't going anywhere from Honda.
Yeah.
This ain't changing around me.
Yeah.
I'm out. I need to go to where I'm the number one dude. And I do not want to deal with this kid riding scooters and kicking footballs around the truck.
It's a great point you make because it's how they have said over and over that there wasn't any like friction between them this summer, even when they were racing.
No.
But it's like those two things can be true. It can be
for sure.
I don't hate him.
Yeah, there's not a problem here.
Yeah, that's not my atmosphere, man. I'm trying to be a locked-in, focused guy, and you guys are doing TikTok dances in the lounge, and it's just not my style. I don't hate you.
But, and then, how does it feel to get beat by that dude?
Oh, well then.
When you're visibly seeing the level at which he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like, obviously he cares.
Yes,
but,
and he's putting it out there, too, that he doesn't care.
But
for
it's,
sure.
you know, it's like he's just having fun. Like, the process that he's going through and still waxing you.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
That sucks so,
oh my gosh,
so bad. So it's like, hey, I'm out. I'm fucking leaving, you know?
The only reason I don't factor that is because I believe he'd already signed at that point.
But
that just reinforced.
But Geico. Like, you don't think he's seen this coming?
Geico.
They've been
this level of performance? Yeah.
But they've been teammates for like he's been around that ecosystem for a long time.
Yep.
So
I'm just saying by 22-0, before they even started, he was already leaving.
Yeah.
But anything that had been seen before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I know the painstaking efforts that these teams put in to try to give every rider their best shot. Because the teams are smart enough to know that no matter who you have on your team, he's one torn ACL away from his season being done.
Oh, 100%.
Yes. So, I mean, I remember back in the day, I think when it was maybe Barsha and Kennard on the team, they realized that like one guy's locker was to the right and one guy's locker was to the left. So when you go upstairs, you always go to that guy first. And it was like, oh, no, wait. The other guy thinks that he's second.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't care who wins. We just want one of y'all to win. We are not. I think people would be shocked to know how both riders on each team, they try as hard as they can for both guys. There's not a B program. There is not a B parts. There is not this guy has parts the other guy doesn't get. They do not do that. But even with all that said and all that effort, you don't think eventually Sexton wouldn't start thinking that he's maybe not getting the same treatment? No matter how you frame it, you could literally show him the parts.
Yeah.
They're still not going to believe it after a while.
Well, and Dazzy's got so embedded in the culture at Honda.
Yes.
Because he's a fucking G.
He's unbelievable.
He is a crazy, like, so when we went to Florida, like, that was even, Anna was saying, like, holy shit, like, no wonder those kids are so good.
He's
like,
unbelievable.
He's a freak. That's knowing nothing about bikes. She's like, oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool how he is.
Yep.
So when you're Honda, so think about how this looks with Sexton because his dad's around too.
Yes.
And so you've got one dad one side of the truck that has immense influence on the team, but because he is just he's an enigma of a person. Like, he is welding shit, he's building shit, he's testing his own stuff. He's going to do that whether he's at HRC or if the boys are privateers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so you've got that then, like HRC would be stupid not to welcome that with open arms.
Right.
And that creates a very clear divide because you've got another dad that's on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
And that doesn't have that level of input. So even that has some pretty weird optics from like
I've thought about that. Can you imagine having the conversation and being like, yeah, but his dad is allowed and your dad is not. Can you imagine having that conversation?
So awkward. Dude.
Yes. I mean, and then at that point, any other conspiracy of favoritism you want is on the table once that's said. Now, what you're saying from a logical standpoint, Honda's like, sorry, man, we can't help it. This guy's just a damn genius. Yeah. Why would we not use this resource?
Yes.
Sorry, we don't mean anything personal by it, but you are so going to take that personally.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, Dazzy he's unbelievable. Yeah. He's a darn savant.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I went to Australia, when I met you there in 2019, we had already known each other.
Yep.
He was there because Jet raced.
Yep. And
we did all these videos. They were excellent in Aussex Open. We had all these behind-the-scene videos, and we interviewed Dazzy. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this guy's unbelievable. And then I remember the Red Bull folks called, and they're like, we're taking a look at Jet Lawrence. But he seems like he has it, but is he almost like too shiny, overhyped? Does he actually have like the heart, the desire, or is he just like a shiny toy? And I'm like, talk to the dad, and it will answer every question about how gnarly they are. I mean, he's keeping them grounded. He's purposely done things to make life hard on them. Trust me.
Yeah.
The dad is as important as them.
Yeah.
We know that he's a freak of nature talent. We just said that from a physical standpoint. Yet, even with all that, the dad is just as important.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.